The book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 4. Excuse me. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? The book of Job, chapter 14, and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined. Let's start at 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Turn from him that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as a highland his day. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Habushai, Wahara Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen, beginning with 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets, Shalom. Cheers. We witnessing the end of Esau's empire, that hypocrite, and his time is very, 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 very short. All right, we're at the end, and Yahweh Shema Shah has set bounds that he cannot pass, meaning he can't go beyond the set second that Yahweh Shema Shah has set for this place to go down, for America to go down, for these Edomites to go down. Right? So we're witnessing the allies, the former allies, NATO, EU turn against them, which they're going to destroy America. The allies he got back east were where they have his U.S. bases at. They turning on him. Because he's talking trash against them. Talking trash about them because they won't get involved with this illegal war. Trump and Lindsey Graham want the other nations to help because Iran is destroying U.S. bases in their land. And they're having a temper tantrum. But these Islamic nations like, nah, we ain't helping y'all. This shit, this illegal. And the members of NATO and EU said, no, we're not going to help with the offensive end in which you're pursuing what you're doing because it's illegal. But we'll help with the defense if they were to attack you. So they falling back and America's mad. So we're witnessing the end of this empire, and we got a couple articles and a video that we're going to play, man. All right? But before we get that, let's get Obadiah to back up what we were saying. His allies. Matter of fact, let's get it. In the NLT. Every ally that Esau had, alliance that he has had of NATO. I'm not saying all NATO is going to turn, so we don't know, but we know as a whole, NATO is going to turn against America. I believe it's going to be all of them. And also the allies like Saudi Arabia are going to turn against them too. All right? Now, when you get Obadiah, real quick, chapter 1, which is only one chapter, excuse me, and verse 7. Let's read it in the NLT. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't be able, you won't even know about it. You see that? You see? And you won't even know about it. So, the Trump administration, y'all doing all this smack talking, this gun bumping against your allies of NATO and in the countries where you have your your U.S. bases. You talking junk against them. We can play the video. They're gonna turn against you, man. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. For running your mouth. Hey, you betrayed them. Then try to get them in it. They're like, no way, Jose. No way, Gringo. Revelation 17. Let's back up what we just read in Obadiah 1 and 7. Now that's going to all his allies. Alright? And this right here, Revelation 17, going into NATO. Revelation 17 and 12. I'm sorry, let's drop down. I just want to hit the point. Revelation chapter 17 and 16. Excuse me. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, the 10 horns of NATO, for you, upon the beast, these shall hate the whores of America, and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. All right? You see? So when you get Revelation 9, excuse me, and 16, let's start at 14. Saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. That's the nuclear destruction. That's World War III at its height. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for a day. For an hour and a day, and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of man. That's America. That's the wicked Esau, his empire, his kingdom, Babylon. And the number of the army are the nuclear missiles. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And these 200 million missiles are going to destroy America. Okay? So we just read who's going to do it. So you run to your mouth, man. It ain't no coming back from this. As a matter of fact, Iran said, hey, keep on. They're going to make sure that crude oil is $200 a barrel. And we did the math on that the other night. And it's between $5 to $7 plus per gallon of gas. All right? And that's just the bare minimum. All right? And that's regular. And it depends on what's where you are in the region in America. And remember, petroleum stations being blown up over here in the United States. So you see, gas shortages, everything going up, and everything involves petroleum. You know, fertilizer. You know, transport. As we hit the other day, how it's going to affect every aspect of life over here in America, man. From the supply chain, gas prices are going to be added and everything. All right, so this going to cause higher prices and chaos, man. All right, but see, these things got to play out. All right, and everybody's tired of America, man. Everyone is tired. And when you get Jeremiah, I think it's 51. Yep, the one how about Shimon shot. Jeremiah 51 and 7. And it reads, Babylon has been a golden cup. America has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, right? The ways of America. Therefore, the nations are mad, right? They're angry. All right, they're angry. All right. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. However, her take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed. So this is the end result. Nuclear destruction, and she will not be healed. All right. So soon, these devils, man, are gonna be out of power, and we're witnessing the end. I'm sorry. When you go back to Job 14:7, it says, "For there is no hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. Though the root thereof wax old in the earth, and the stock thereof die in the ground, yet through the scent of water it will bud, and bring forth buds like a plant." But see, the thing is, this place is going to be deserted, dried up, and destroyed. So I wanted to get this because, hey, it's going into, how Yahweh Shema Shai is going to chop this place down. And there's not going to be any water here. It's just going to be a desert. All right? All right? The water going to the word. All right? But man died for wasting away. Yeah, man give up the spirit. And where is he? As the waters fall from the sea, and the flood decayeth and drieth up, so man lieth down and riseth not, till the heavens be no more. They shall not awake, nor be raised out of their sleep. Hey, so, hey, that's how America's going to be. All right? And also, what this also is really what it's going into, is that when a person dies, that particular shell, that flesh is not coming back. The spirit coming back, but not that flesh, not the same flesh. So you only get one body. All right? In the third and fourth generation, you come back. But this is it. All right? This is it. Hey, Esau is going to be forgotten about. He's going to perish away like his own dung. All right? But see, hey, things are only escalating more and more. Okay? Now you got right here, I'm not going to click on them. I'm going to just read them from where it is. It says, overnight, thousands of truckers lost their jobs because the DMV issued license it shouldn't have. So just pay attention to how the supply chain is being hit. Less and less drivers. You see? They move these things. Delays. Okay? Shortages on the shelves. Higher prices. More people out of work. U.S. spent $5 billion worth of munitions in the first 2 days of attacks on Iran, documents show. You see, and we already brought out, a couple of days ago through the Spirit and Power How by Shema Shai, that about $250 billion was already used up in this war. You see? Check this out. Pope announces resignation of U.S. bishop accused of embezzling $270,000 from California parish. You see? So, hey, all the Edomites wicked. This place going down. That's the spiritual portion of it, man. The Vatican City. Okay, one of the 3 unclean spirits like frogs. So, we see this place going down all around. Lindsey Graham asked Americans to send their sons and daughters to the Middle East to fight Iran. See? They start off with asking. Then they can start drafting, which is going to be mandatory. You see? So they sit here and started this illegal war. And they want everybody to just say, okay, do it for Israel. They're not the Israelites, man. All right? And it's not going to happen anyway. Y'all finished. That's why the scripture said the least of the flock shall draw them out, and they shall make their places desolate with them. So we're truly about to see the destruction of America and the Israel, the Israelis. Okay? They're the ones ruling the earth. They're the wicked. They Edomites. Top Iranian security official to Trump. Be careful not to get eliminated yourself. You see? That's what the top Iranian official said. And this, the leader that they killed over there in Iran, the supreme leader, his son in power now, and he signed his name on a missile. He signed his name on a missile. He said he ain't stopped. He said he want all the smoke. As a matter of fact, let's read this. I'm going to just read them down. Then we'll play the video. Saudi Arabia warns Iran. So you got to watch what you read. Let me see. That ain't it. Where is it? It says nearly a third of Americans believe that the world will end in their lifetime. The world is not going to end. America is going to end. The power structure of Esau. The world in the sense of Aeon, which means a kingdom, yeah, that's going to end, but not the world itself. The earth will battle forever. It says, check this out. Jerusalem Post 6 hours ago. Trump open to Iran talks, says new supreme leader Mojtaba Khamenei cannot live in peace. Now check this out, right? See, Trump opened the talks, right? Now it says, which Trump said he ain't trying to hear no talking neither. But hey, Trump will try to talk before the Iranians will. Right here, it says Iran shuts down question of talks with U.S. as Revolutionary Guards vow to block oil exports. You see? And we're going to get the video of this being talked about, man. So, hey, Iran said, you keep on, we'll make sure oil is $200 a barrel. You know how much chaos that's going to cause? Economic catastrophe. So you see, Iran don't want none. It says the Gulf states are beginning to break with Washington over the Iran war. You see? You see that? So the allies you think you got, hey, they're turning against you, man. Everybody's starting to see who you are. Hey, real quick, like it says in Genesis, let's close that out. Like it says in Genesis, real quick, when the nations find you out, they're going to be on your head, man. The book of Genesis. Sorry about that, y'all. Give me a paper towel. The book of Genesis. Is it chapter 4? Yeah, I believe it's chapter 4. Yep, the White How about Shema Shah. Genesis chapter 4 and 7. You know what? Let's start at 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth. So this talking about Cain. The spirit of Cain is the spirit of Esau back today. All right? Period. That's what it is. Right? This is what's going down. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. And just like Cain slew Abel, well, Esau's trying to slay Jacob. And he's really, we already see him coming down on the 12 tribes, but hey, he gonna really turn up. It says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be. Right, that's why you claim to be every nation under the sun except for yourself, man. Who are the Edomites? You trying to say the Arabs are Amalek? No, nigga. You Israelis Amalek, man. Cut it out. All right? Y'all trying to be everybody but who you are. Like y'all the dominant race of people, man. No. You the curse. All right? You just living out your blessing with the door of heaven. Which, hey, we at the end of that, man. You how about Shema about to cut your water off, nigga. No more prosperity. It's over. It says, a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be on the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out from this day from out of thy face. I'm sorry. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, meaning no repentance for Esau. And from thy face shall I be hid, no repentance for Esau. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. You see? And this is the time we in. All right? Everybody is finding out who the wicked really is. Let's get the word findeth me. What's that? Matasa. Everyone that findeth me. Everyone that to come forth, that is appear, to occur, to meet, to catch, to find, present, meet, befall, get. So you see, everybody that, hey, these nations are now about to put hands on you, man, because they realize who y'all are. All right? Everybody's about to slay you with them nuclear missiles. All right, slay. It says to smite with deadly content, destroy. Excuse me. You see? You see? And it says murder, but no, it's justifiable. Because when you get Habakkuk 2, starting I think like the 16th verse, it goes into how Esau is being made bare and what he did to the earth and the animals and the people and the nations. All right, the rape, robbing, murdering, and killing that you've done. Well, this is justifiable right here. So it's not murder, it's killing, which is a righteous act, which Yahweh Shema Shah is allowing it. All right? That's what we're about to see, the destruction of America and this wicked Edomite rulership. Excuse me. Now back to the headlines, then we'll play the video. I'm sorry, y'all. Sinus. It says, Peach Hegseth warns of most intense day of U.S. strikes on Iran yet. Iran rejects ceasefire talks and vows more crushing retaliations against U.S. Israeli aggressors. So you see, excuse me, there is no peace for the wicked, man. Ain't no talking. I think that's okay. That's the end of the line. Check this out. Then we'll play the video. One day ago, Iran's IRGC commander vows to only use missiles with warheads weighing at least 1 ton. Weighing at least 1 ton. That's what, 2,200 pounds? Now I want to get the article real quick where it says the Iranian leader signed his name on a missile. Let's see. Before we do all that waste time, let's type it in. I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Shit. Let's get it. Iranian leader signed his name on a missile. It says Iran's new supreme leader's name appears on missile aimed at Israel. So, hey, there you have it. Right there. Right? Mr. Trump said, hey, and people want, hey, they want Trump head, man. All right? It says, I'm gonna start right here. The move is in direct defiance of U.S. President Donald Trump, who insisted that he should have been consulted on the next leader of the embattled country. Mr. Trump said Iran's new leader is not going to last long if he does not approve of the choice and has previously declared Mojaba as an unacceptable candidate. Who the hell are you to tell somebody who they should have ruling in their own country, man? Say, you see, they're trying to set up their own authority. Iran ain't having it, man. All right? They got a missile with a new Supreme's leader name on it, which is the son of the former Supreme leader, the son of the former Supreme leader. Okay, a missile with his name on it, targeted straight to Israel. In other words, he's saying F you. F all y'all. All right, now, I'm going to play this video by Midas Touch. It's, the title is All Hell Breaks Loose as Allies Finally Abandon Trump. All right, and we just read the scriptures. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this portion right here. Then I'll start it from the beginning because it's going into them saying that, hey, they'll raise the oil up to $200 a barrel. All right. Let's play that first. And I'll put the link to this video in the description box.
think you're a member of the Israeli Knesset because you defend Israel's interests more than you defend the interest of the American people themselves. The people of our region have the right to live in security and stability, far from others' wars. We also have the right to decide how to protect our interests and security and to emerge from crisis we did not create, but which were imposed on us as a result of conflicts between powers vying for influence in this region. We want peace and stability. We will not accept being forced down the path of war, nor will we accept being fuel to other people's battles. And so while he's saying that, you have Iran saying, look, we will make sure that oil is $200 a barrel if the strikes on its infrastructure don't stop. You have Iran also putting out the message, any Arab or European country that expels the ambassadors of Israel and America from its soil will, starting tomorrow, have full authority and freedom to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And you also have Iran saying that they believe that they have the screws in Donald Trump and that they'll control the global passage. Now,
all right, you hear that? See, Iran ain't stupid, man. All right. Now, let's play this from the beginning, because this will back up everything that we just went into through the spirit and probably how about Shimon Shah. All right? Again, all hell breaks loose as allies finally abandon Trump.
All hell is breaking loose as Donald Trump's former allies in the Middle East and elsewhere are refusing to help Donald Trump and his regime in this war with any offensive operations. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and others are saying, count me out. Also, former allies of the United States, and it pains me to say this though, like Spain, France, and the United Kingdom and others are like, we'll do a defensive posture in this war, but we're not helping you offensively right now. This is an unlawful war. You heard Prime Minister Carney of Canada also say that. And, you know, these leaders, whether it's French President Emmanuel Macron or Prime Minister Carney of Canada, they're the ones now calling up all these leaders in the Middle East, and they're trying to say, look, we've got your back. You know, the United States is just in an utter state of disarray as a result of Donald Trump's warmongering right now. And so Donald Trump sends Lindsey Graham to go on state regime media and just start threatening all of these countries. Hey, Saudi Arabia, you're not ever going to be in a defense treaty with us if you don't go to war with us right now. To all these Middle East countries, we are not going to be your friends if you don't help us out right now. Hey, Spain, we should probably kick you out of NATO and take away your Air Force bases. Your behavior is totally unacceptable. I mean, you have a completely and utterly unhinged Lindsey Graham right now. And then meanwhile, if you listen to the statements that are coming out in a lot of these Arab nations and a lot of their leadership right there and some of their wealthy business people right there, you know, they're saying to the United States, don't drag us into this at all. We know where this is coming from. You invaded Iran. And we're not here making excuses and pretending that Iran's some great nation. They are causing great instability. But we warned you about precisely this, and you didn't consult us, and you did this unlawful war against Iran, and now the Middle East countries are paying the price for your behavior. Let's just go through this piece by piece, as we always do here on the Midas Touch Network, with the receipt, giving you facts, all the facts and nothing but the facts. Also, make sure you hit subscribe. You may think you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you may not actually be subscribed. So just double check if you can. So earlier in the day yesterday, Lindsey Graham starts threatening Saudi Arabia if it doesn't join the fight against Iran. Why should we do any defense agreement with you? You call yourself the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but you're unwilling to join a fight for mutual interest? Hopefully this changes soon. If not, consequences will follow, MBS. And should be noted that the Iranian foreign minister, Araghchi, says Saudi officials are fully committed to not letting their territory, water, and airspace be used against Iran. You have Lindsey Graham going on state regime media, which calls itself Fox, and he just ticks off every nation. Spain, Macron, Great Britain, wake up. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, decide now. God bless. So you have Hannity, and then you have Hannity saying that. Then Lindsey Graham's like, God bless Israel. God bless Israel. We should move all of our stuff to Israel. Until my dying day, Lindsey Graham says, I'm with Israel. How about the United States of America? What the hell are we doing for the American people who can't afford things right now? Who can't pay their rent, who can't afford to go to university or send their kids to school, who can't afford groceries, who are getting their health care ripped away. You know, manufacturing jobs right now are less in 2026 than they were when Trump started doing tariffs in 2018 during his first term. Donald Trump's causing a manufacturing recession right now. We are in a jobs recession right now, but I digress. Here's Lindsey Graham attacking Spain and saying, basically, I'm encouraging Donald Trump to move all of our bases out of Spain. Here, play this clip.
To our friends in Spain, man, you've lost your way. I don't want to do business with you anymore. I want our air bases out of Spain into a country that will let us use them. To our Arab friends, I've tried to help you construct a new Mideast. You need to up your game here. I can't go to South Carolina and say we're fighting and you won't publicly fight. What you're doing behind the scenes, that has to stop. The double dealing of the Arab world when it comes to this stuff needs to end.
And then he says about Saudi Arabia, you have an obligation to help us. Our embassy was hit. You must go to war with us. Saudi Arabia's like, no, thank you. Play this clip.
Finally, to my friends in Saudi Arabia, I've been your biggest champion. I think the Crown Prince has taken Saudi Arabia in a completely different direction in a good way. But here's what I want to say to Saudi Arabia tonight. I'm willing to do a mutual defense agreement with your country to give you protection in perpetuity. Under the agreement I've been pushing, and I hope we can continue to talk about, if you're attacked by Iran, we would go to war for you. To Saudi Arabia, our embassy was hit in Riyadh. Do you not have an obligation to join the fight with us? You've yet to do that. So if you do not believe the American embassy being attacked in Riyadh would trigger mutual self-defense, maybe we shouldn't do a treaty with you. To our friends in the United Arab Emirates, you joined the Abraham Accords when nobody else would. You've been a great partner, but you said today publicly at the UN, your country would not be used to join the fight against the Ayatollahs.
And this is where Hannity's like, Spain, Macron, you need to step up. And Lindsey Graham's like, God bless Israel. They're the only ones with us right now. You're close, Lindsey, to understanding the issue right now. You're close, Lindsey. You're the issue. What you're saying there is the problem. Here, play this clip.
God bless you for trying. God bless you for destroying this regime.
And Spain, Macron, and Great Britain, they either wake up. This is their tipping point moment too. Just like the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, you decide now. UAE, decide now. Qatar, decide now. Because I'm a little sick and tired of the constant threading of needles. They wanted the Iranians stopped as much as the Israelis did.
Absolutely.
Truth be told.
God bless Israel.
Right.
We should move all our stuff to Israel. Thank you.
And then Lindsey Graham again. He's a proxy for Trump. Like, this is state regime media, right? So you have Lindsey Graham, Hannity. They're programmed what to say by Donald Trump. So this is their move to attack the rest of the world. Here's what Lindsey Graham says. If the regime of Iran still stands when this is over, we've made a mistake. Okay, so now it is about regime change again. Here, play this clip.
I believe with all my heart and soul, if the regime in Iran still stands when this is over, we've made a mistake. If they had a nuclear weapon, they would use it. They've been lying about what they're doing with their nuclear program. They want to bomb because they're Nazis. They're crazy.
More attacks on Saudi Arabia. Let's play it.
Finally, to my friends in Saudi Arabia, I've been your biggest champion. I think the Crown Prince has taken Saudi Arabia in a completely different direction in a good way. But here's what I want to say to Saudi Arabia tonight. I'm willing to do a mutual defense agreement with your country to give you protection in perpetuity. Under the agreement I've been pushing, and I hope we can continue to talk about, if you're attacked by Iran, we would go to war for you.
And here Lindsey Graham says, I will be with Israel until my dying day. until my dying day. Here, play this clip.
All the anti-Semites to all the isolationists. I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day. They're the best ally we could hope for. So we have a commander-in-chief in President Trump, who I think is Ronald Reagan plus.
Okay, I've got some important news, so just give me a quick minute to break it down. Trump's war against Iran is creating a massive energy crisis right now, and we are in a much worse place than we would be if Trump wasn't so hostile to clean energy. Since Trump took office, he's taken a sledgehammer to clean energy initiatives. He's been closing clean energy plants and canceling projects, and the negative effects of these moves extend far beyond the environment itself. We're talking thousands of jobs, but perhaps most importantly at this moment, we're talking about the destruction of a clean energy economy that would protect families from foreign oil shocks. Now that Trump has started this war, oil prices are skyrocketing, and so is the price of gas. The Wall Street Journal is calling it the most severe energy crisis since the 1970s. Now, imagine if the U.S. had a resilient clean energy infrastructure that made us less reliant on fossil fuels. Prioritizing clean energy isn't just good for the environment, it's strategically smart. Trump has discussed getting rid of these clean energy programs as part of his America First agenda, but in reality, it's the definition of putting America last. As always, we want to hear from you. Do you think the U.S. should be prioritizing clean energy? Are your gas bills or other energy bills going up? Sound off now in the comments. Make some noise. I'm going to be reading all the comments. Okay, Ben, back to you. Also,
the smartest people on earth know how to spot a good deal. That's why they shop at Ollie's First. You'll save up to 70% off the fancy store's prices. So you go, you smart and savvy.
Some noise. I'm going to be reading all the comments. Okay, Ben, back to you. Also, Mark Levin, who's one of Donald Trump's close advisors, who's a host on State Regime Media, said, "Is Iran a short-term exclusion or unconditional surrender and complete defeat? Is it a condition-based operation or a time-based operation? Inquiring minds want to know." Meanwhile, Bahrain residential apartment complexes are being hit. Bahrain's Bobco oil refinery, its main oil refinery, was hit, and they had to declare a force majeure. That's what's going on. Let me read for you what Emirati billionaire Khalaf Ahmad Al Habtoor had to say yesterday after hearing various statements from Lindsey Graham. He goes, "I heard the statements of U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham." By the way, this is a very influential Emirati businessman. United Arab Emirates, right, has Abu Dhabi and Dubai are in the UAE. He goes, "I heard the statements of U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham, in which he calls on the Gulf Cooperation Council countries to enter this war, saying that we are also under attack and that we must join the fight." And I say to him clearly, we know full well why we are under attack, and we also know who dragged the entire region into this dangerous escalation without consulting those he calls his allies in the region. We thank God that the United Arab Emirates and the Gulf Cooperation Council countries are doing well, and we have no need for someone who claims he came to the Middle East to save us. The truth is that the hasty American decisions are what embroiled the region in a war, whose peoples were not party to its decision-making, and its local allies were not consulted before it was launched. We do not deny the Iranian threat to the region, which has become clear in recent days. We do not trust Iran, but this is a dirty game in which several powers clash at the expense of our region with no honor in it and no transparency. In this scene, Iran, Israel, and the United States all move according to their own interests, not according to the interests of the people of the Middle Eastern Arab countries. And for this reason, we say it clearly, we will not enter this war to serve the interests of others, nor will we sacrifice our sons in a conflict that could have been avoided through diplomacy and political solutions. We value the lives of our sons, and we do not treat their souls as collateral damage as some do. Nothing in this world is more precious than the lives of our sons, and no alliance with any country in the world is worth risking these lives. If President Donald Trump and Senator Graham are prepared to risk their country and the lives of Americans for Israel's interest, that is their choice. As for us, we will not do the same. Senator Graham says they are the Arabs' allies and that we need to benefit from U.S. protection. And I say to him this, we do not need your protection. All we want from you is to keep your hands off us. He also says we sell you weapons, as if that were a service the United States provides us. The truth is that this is no favor from anyone. We invest in our security and pay billions of dollars for these weapons, and it is a massive trade and industry built on these deals. In fact, the United States itself is now turning to buy weapons from from Ukraine to supply its allies in other wars. This is an industry that thrives on wars and arms sales, not a charitable endeavor. And the clearest thing of all is what Senator Graham himself said when he spoke about oil. He stated that Iran and Venezuela together hold 31% of global oil reserves, and that the United States could establish a partnership with this share of the world's oil, and that it would be a nightmare for China. He even added that if the regime in Iran changes, there would be a new Middle East, and that the United States would make a lot of money. Only then does the picture become clearer, and only then do we understand why this war. Finally, I say to Senator Graham, you may be a senator in the U.S. Senate, but anyone who hears your statements might think you're a member of the Israeli Knesset, because you defend Israel's interests more than you defend the interest of the American people themselves. The people of our region have the right to live in security and stability, far from others' wars. We also have the right to decide how to protect our interests and security, and to emerge from crisis we did not create, but which were imposed on us as a result of conflicts between powers vying for influence in this region. We want peace and stability. We will not accept being forced down the path of war, nor will we accept being fuel to other people's battles. And so,
and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll put the rest of this video in the description box, so you see, man. Hey, Esau's time is very short. The allies from all angles are turning against him, and this place is done, man. So hey, as these things are going on, hey, we're in perilous times. Things are getting worse and worse. So hey, be circumspect, use wisdom, and stay out of the way, and stay prayed up in the names of Yahweh Shema. Shalom.